This is Samson. So Robert, introduce me to this group here. Who am I? What do I do here?
This is Samson. He's the lead designer on this bridge replacement project. He's one of the most accomplished engineers in the entire office. So when there is a project that has a level of complexity, guess who they come to? Mr. To, the voice of Port Town. So with some respect to his name. He knows what he's doing.
Thank you. Okay, as you can see here, I'm a beginner impacting. On the big mark. See how it's looking at this here, and that's small one. That's what we do. We talk, but we do as well. The beginner, see your beginner. Okay, the sweat is the body. It's my country. So we're doing it to be able to help. Whatever we can do to help. It's not about the money. It's about what we can do to improve the lives of our brothers and sisters. This is the city of beginner, and they put it in the sidewalk. Yes, I'm going to tell you. They put it in the sidewalk, and I'm going to see one in the sidewalk if I ought to. So, Good evening, folks. Samson to Libra Pub Radio. I'm here again this evening, sitting in for Mr. Soul, who is out for an assignment, doing some very, very big time investigative process here, and hopefully he will be joining here. Maybe, I hope. But he's out on assignment, and I'm sitting in for him tonight. And so we want to welcome all of you. Those of you that are watching, please share this video, share it to as many brothers and sisters as possible so that we can have a fine, fine conversation, all things Liberia. Safety, safety. Lord Jesus, we want to thank you again this evening for bringing us together. We ask for long life. We ask you to extend our life, my Lord. Thank you. Thank you for things yet to come. We know they're coming because we believe in you. We have faith in you. We know your capabilities. We know what you can do for us and what you have done for us. And because of that, we say thank you for things yet to come. My Lord, we ask again that the Republic of Liberia be blessed, that the people of the Republic of Liberia be blessed, that President Wakai be blessed. Extend his life, touch his hand, whatever he touches, my Lord bless his hand. Whichever door he knocks, we ask you open the door in the interest of the Liberian people. Extend his life. You brought President Baka with us, stay with him. Give him wisdom to do what is good for the Liberian people. We want to thank you for that. We want to thank you and ask that the United States of America, the host country, be blessed. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. So again, folks, that's how we do it. We want to thank all of you. Please share this video so that many brothers and sisters will be able to join us as soon as possible. And we can go on. We can go on. We have the president spoke today, and we will be doing the reading on here. And, when we come on this platform, I believe these people are listening to the liberal. Other President Baka is listening to the liberal. They don't know me. I don't know him. They don't even know me. Nobody in the administration know me, sir. They don't know me. Oh, they don't know me. No. I don't know them too. But I believe in the president. Whether he know me or not, it doesn't matter. I believe in him, and I believe he has the ability to deliver. He just showed an example again today. But let's revisit. 5 days ago when I came on here when things were hot, let's revisit that statement Samson told me, folks. And I'll be playing this. I'll be tooting my own horn here all night. I said for Mr. Soul. And let me say this here. This is the rule of the game tonight. Anything bad says that Mr. Soul said. That is sure. That Mr. Soul sure. That is your sure. But when I say something you like it, then I'm me. If I say something you like it, that Mr. Soul, that I'm you. Then that I'm you. You see the kind of rule I have, which is good. It's good, very, very good. So if I come here tonight and say something, Mama Lu, Mo say, and you like it, that me. But if I say something and you like it, that Mr. Soul, that not me. That not me, but Mr. Soul pass it through me. Anything I say here tonight, you don't like it, that Mr. Soul. But when you like it, I set it in for him. He's doing an investigation. So let him stay there and do investigation myself, yeah. Good evening, Clarence Davis, Rescue 3.
They only man. They trap. Let me talk about trap little business. I don't know what that Clarence know. Because Clarence, the way Clarence can talk now, I believe he grew up in a village, man. They made a Morea person. He don't know anything about the country people. The way he can talk, he know anything about. But back in the days in the country in town, when you doing your trap, the, I don't know the English name, but it's a long fence, short little fence made with plantations. And one opening, you put an opening. After maybe about 20, 30 feet, you make an opening and you lock your trap. You put your trap in there. And then you put about 50, 20, 25, 30 traps all alone. Then after a certain time, you go look. And sometimes when my track catch snake, I'm going home and I'm going there. Because snake myself, we don't get along well. I just leave. But you will catch something. See? So tonight, Mr. So is going to do an investigation. And we'll find out what the investigation is. But if I say something here again that you don't let, then that Mr. So. If I say something you let, that me. Oh. But let's move on. Let's revisit this statement Samson told me some 5 days ago. And I'll make some more statement again. Okay. where in Montreal with Sony Way? Clarence David, I Sony Way, you lock trap? I beg you, man. When you come from bigger market, you're the old man there, you come from bigger market, then you take the meat, dry meat, and put it on the so you went trap that trap there. I beg you, man. I talk about the one way you put the you dig the you have the steak, boom, boom, then you bend it with your slant on it, and then you put that you bring it down, then a little piece of steak, and then you lock it like this just slightly. So when the meat come, the deer then come, boom, and go up, catch them straight. Or sometimes you can do the one they call underground. You dig a hole about a foot long and maybe 6 inches wide, and you put your slant under there. When the deer come, but you got to do that one on the real road where the deer know you know that the deer road. That ain't just one time passing. This is the road the deer been taking for months, and it's well pronounced road. You do that one, you catching the deer straight. That's something too now. I know other things I've done those things. The only thing I can't do, I don't know how to do where is the cop I'm not. Well, I like climbing the palm tree, and then I go meet. One time I met up with a snake up there. And the snake I'm said, decide who will fall for it. I say I will be the first. So from that time on, I want to try again. But let's move on. Let's move on. That's it. I don't know if I even want to claim to cut palm nut anymore. I can only buy it now. I can't cut it again. Oh, I better be careful. Because cutting palm nut on the other side, yo, wagawa, I can still cut palm nut. But on the other side, I can't cut palm nut. But let's move on. Samson to sitting in for Mr. Sultan. I ready to run his mouth. But on a very serious note, folks, the president spoke today. And this is what I've always wanted, I've always asked this president when it comes to the case to do. Don't depend on Samson Toe and the rest of the social media to speak for you. Because this type of situation, they're very, very much important that you come and ease the nervousness of your citizenry. And I tell you, the president did it. He did it well. He did it well. But let's listen to Samson Toya. That's about five days ago. I also want to say here, lastly, that I strongly believe that President Waka needs to speak to the nation. The nation, the countries. This is not just about the drug. You saw how much the people from Bon County are making writing. They are all Bon County as part of Liberia. They are citizens of the Republic of Liberia. And their daughter is in the hospital right now, most likely from this issue. But besides that she's been allegedly been accused of drugs. The president needs to speak to the nation. This is the time that when you speak to the nation, that you hold people together, because the politicization of this process, of this issue, is going to be huge. The president and Unity Party need to stay ahead of it. That indeed we are working, but it is not us. My government will not violate anybody's right. My government will not wish on anyone. And that we're asking all Liberians to be patient. We are asking all Liberians to give the process itself, give it some time. We're doing it so that it will work for all of us here in this country. Poor or rich, you violate, the law come after you. It's not my government that is coming after you. It is the law that is coming after you. The president needs to come and frame it as such. That this government, President Baka, is not wish hunting anything. It's the law that was established by the same vice president when she was a senator. The law that is going after her was written by Liberians. And she's not a political, she's not Johnny Come Lately. She's been in the power, a corridor of power for a very long time. So President Baka needs to speak to the nation and frame it so that Liberian will understand that it's not President Baka that giving order to go after somebody, but the law of the Republic of Liberia must be enforced. But if you just sit down and let the people improvise, that was 5 days ago, folks, when Samson told me that request. Today, the president indeed answered and say, Mr. Toll, thank you very much. Let's listen to what I'm not going to play the audio. I will read it. If they wanted us to play video, the executive management should have done video. But the fact that they did audio, I'm not going to play the audio. I will read it. Because I think woman, and I'm not going to read it like both person because I don't know book. I'll read it like somebody from Total. President Baka's speech. He's talking. My fellow Liberians, I come to you this evening to reaffirm a solemn commitment. This administration will enforce the law without fear or favor, while protecting the constitutional rights of every person, Samson Toll said. Over the past several days, development in our country have sparked public discussion, concern, and in some cases, misinformation. As president, I believe it is my duty to speak directly to you, Samson Toll asked. President Baka is a listener. Offer reassuring and make clear that justice must be pursued firmly, fairly, and independently. When you entrusted me with the leadership of this country, you did so with a clear expectation that I would uphold the Constitution, govern with integrity, strengthen our institution, and ensure that no one is above the law, President Baka says. And that's some of the things when I come here, I start doing the. How will you turn against such a person who is making these kinds of stuff to all Liberians? Just as I stated here, clearly saying here, the law, it has nothing to do with personality. The law. And he's telling the Liberian people, you guys elected me to make sure that I carry out the constitutional duty. And as an executive, anybody that violates whatever law that is passed by the other branch, it is my duty to enforce that. And if I'm wrong, the other institution, the other branch of government, the judiciary will decide that, not me, and was here that. Liberia faces serious challenges, but we are making deliberate progress through the arrest agenda for inclusive development. I don't know what I want got to do with anything yet, but anyway, that's President Wagan. If people we talking drugs, that well, if you're fighting drugs, that's also in development anyway. Yet none of our work in the economy, education, infrastructure, or public institution can succeed unless it is a core in one fundamental principle: the rule of law. Oh, I see where the agenda, because the rule of law is part of the agenda. One of the greatest threats facing our nation is the growing menace of illicit drug and organized crime. Drug are destroying young lives, weakening family, fueling violence, and threatening our country's future. Let me re-echo here that this is not simply a law enforcement issue. It is the national security and moral issues. Consistent with our pledge, my administration has intensified the fight against narcotics, trafficking, money laundering, and organized crime. Our security institution have been directed to act professionally, independently, and without fear or favor, working with national and international partners to prevent Liberia from becoming a transit point of illegal drugs or a safe haven for criminal network. Let me be clear, he says. This campaign is deliberate, coordinated, unrelenting. It is intended to defend the Liberian people, protect the Liberian character, and safeguard our nation future. You know, use the word future 4 times hell. It's always have the intent of making sure the future of the country is always at the foresight of whatever it is he's doing. This nation campaign against drug and organized crime is not directed at any individual, Samson told say. Y'all heard what I said. Y'all heard it. I'm making it up. Individual, party, or political movement. It is directed at conduct that threaten the safety, stability, and future of Liberia. Oh, President Wagai. Ah, in recent days, the arrest and detention of former Vice President Julia Howard Taylor has understandably drawn national and international attention. I assure every Liberian, our regional neighbors, and our international partner that former Vice President Taylor is being treated in full compliance with the Constitution and law of Liberia. It is not President. Like I told you what you were going to say. I told you 5 days ago. He said exactly what he's supposed to say. It's not me, my people. The man from Foya, that I'm going around saying, I'm going to catch people, catch people. If the law says it, that's what the law is. Let's move on. She is pursued innocent, has access to legal counsel, and is entitled to due process, which will be upheld. The former vice president has been arrested and charged in accordance with our legal procedures. It is not the president. Oh, I told you, I told you, I told you, I told you. It is not the president's role to determine guilt or innocence. That's not what we elected him for. That responsibility belongs to our independent justice system. If the international partner don't know it, let explain to them. That one thing I let the father of the nation. He know how to explain to people. He know how to explain to the people. Oh yeah, person, why when you do these things, but when you send your people, then they start doing markers and things. Then everything chakla. You talk to us, and people understand exactly what you're saying. And that is why you people elected you. We're not going, oh, I will talk to them tomorrow. Oh, they know why in my heart. Who know? Yeah, our democracy will be measured not by how we how we treat those with whom we agree, but by how faithful we uphold the rights of every person who comes before the law. To those who have expressed concern, I say this: your concern is legitimate in a democracy. But guilt or innocence must be determined by the courts, not by politics, rumors, conjectures, or public pressure. My administration will neither prosecute none, shield anyone because of political affiliation, office, status, or influence. Whether one has had high office, served in the government, led a business, or lived as an ordinary citizen, the law must apply equally to all. I commend the men and women of our joint security for their professionalism, courage, and devotion to duty. Despite despite pressure and attempt at intimidation, calculated misinformation, they must remain steadfast, impartial, and respectful of the right and dignity of all citizens. This, give me a minute, folks. I'm trying to get back so I can hear myself. I'm coming to can be talking, I hear myself. That's on Bobo. I'm Bobo. I'm Bobo. Give me a minute. Okay, let's go on. This fight cannot be won by government alone. Our eyes partner, community, schools, religious institutions, traditional leaders, and young people to reject misinformation, support prevention, report criminal activity through lawful channel, and allow due process to proceed. I call on political and religious leaders, civil society, and public commentators to act responsibly. Difference of opinion are healthy in a democracy, but we must reject words and action that incite violence, Samson told. Undermine institution or seek to intimidate those who enforcing our law. Liberia has come too far to revert to the culture in which justice is swayed by fear, power, or political pressure. Our nation has endured conflict, hardship, and division, yet we have shown resilience and commitment to peace. Let us preserve that peace by upholding the Constitution and strengthening the institution that safeguard our democracy. As your president, I assure you, President Bakase, that this government remains committed to justice, fairness, accountability, and peace. We will govern without fear or favor, protect every citizen's rights, and build a Liberia where peace is preserved, justice is impartial, and accountability applies equally to all. May God continue to bless you, preserve our peace, and save our republic. Thank you, President Barker says. So that is the president process. He giving his speech, and as you know, we were here the last time 5 days ago. I asked the president, let me play that again. Let me play that again. Let me play my request 5 days ago. 5 days ago. I also want to say here lastly that I strongly believe that President Waka needs to speak to the nation. The nation, the countries, this is not just about the drug. You saw how much the people from Bon County are making writing. They are all Bon County is part of Liberia. They are citizens of the Republic of Liberia. And their daughter is in the hospital right now, most likely from this issue. But besides that, she's been allegedly been accused of drugs. The president needs to speak to the nation. This is the time that when you speak to the nation, that you hold people together, because the politicization of this process, of this issue, is going to be huge. The president and Unity Party need to stay ahead of it. That indeed we are working, but it is not us. My government will not violate anybody's right. My government will not wish hunt anyone. And that we're asking all Liberians to be patient. We are asking all Liberians to give the process itself, give it some time. We're doing it so that it will work for all of us here in this country. Poor or rich, you violate, the law come after you. It's not my government that is coming after you. It is the law that is coming after you. The president needs to come and frame it as such. That this government, President Waka, is not witch hunting anything. It's the law that was established by the same vice president when she was a senator. The law that is going after her was written by Liberians. And she's not a political, she's not Johnny Come Lately. She's been in the power, a corridor of power for a very long time. So President Waka needs to speak to the nation and frame it so that Liberian will understand that it's not President Waka that gave me order to go after somebody, but the law of the Republic of Liberia must be enforced. But if you just sit down and let the people improvise. Samson told Liberia Public. Folks, Terry, good evening. Thank you for coming. This is Samson told sitting in tonight for Mr. Soul. Send the link out. Those who will join will join. But let's move on. Terry, thank you for joining me tonight. I just played my video from 5 days ago. And apparently these people are listening to us. They watch our show. It looked like it. Because even though they didn't go word for word, but the ideas that I expressed were fully present in that speech that the president gave today. The president reassured us that indeed he is not witch hunting, but that the law have to be applied fairly to all. I think this is what I've been saying as father of the nation. When you come and do these kinds of stuff, you bring people along. Whereas other people in the past would say nothing. Oh, the people know what's going on, man. The people know my heart. But President Waka is there to explain. And one of the things that I like about this speech tonight, he didn't leave it with his mouth causing people to come and explain. Let's hear from you, Terry. Thank you for joining me. What do you make of this speech, by the way? Oh, first of all, let me let the chicken say I sweet here a little bit. What do you make my prediction, my request? Way by 5 days ago, I asked. What do you make of that?
Well, as a political guru, obviously.
Thank you. That's all. You don't have to go anywhere else. That's all. You know that all I want to hear from you.
It's not a fly by night kettle and something.
That's all I want you to say. But we'll talk about that. Thank you for joining us tonight. We appreciate it. Terry, let's hear from you. What's on your mind? What do you have? What do you make of this speech here?
Yeah, well, I think the president said, in fact, we other night were on the show, and when you raised that point, and I said that it was profound because the president was a former vice president, and there was a need. That was from the perspective.
Can I hold you right there, Terry, please?
Yeah.
Please. Prince Sherry, you want a link? When you want me to put a link up there that you want to participate, I was saying the link. Unless you want to be doing your real vibe, because your vibe people, you know plenty of book and you're there writing. If you want to do that one, that's fine with me. Go ahead, Terry.
And so I thought that yes, just what I was trying to say in support of your position, that the president needed to make mention of the vice president, the former vice president being arrested. And he needed to say something about it. He needed to mention it. And he needed, to make the world to know that this is not a witch hunt, which he did today. And that was very good because he took an extra time out of his working schedule to address the issue, to calm the minds and the hearts of the Liberians and make them to understand that, hey, this is the law. This is not President Boca persecuting this woman. This is what the law, according to our constitution, that give us the power to be here, is taking. We are here working for the people. We're working for you. So this is the law that we must allow it to take. I think the speech are giving 10/10 on this one.
Thank you. Prince Sherry, that's the link there. If you can just copy and put it on, and you don't have to do video, you just do like YLCD and your letter do. But when you coming on, do like what Walter Cutter is doing on your picture. Put one of President Baka picture a project on there so people will know that he's working. But let's hear from Walter Cutter. Walter Cutter, good evening. Thank you for joining us. What's on your mind? What do you make of the speech? And by the way, what do you make of the liberal 5 days ago making a kinds of request and leading statement? Prince Dawa, I beg you, that the father of the nation, I beg you, we don't use that kind of language yet. Go ahead, Walter.
So Labor just show the level of ineptitude from this government, that people have to sit on social media and caution him to come to speak to these kind of serious issues. If you can sit on the platform,
thank you for joining all the way from. Hold on now, Walter Cutter.
You
always jumping out of your face like that?
So you always interrupt me.
Just hold on. I'm not coming. It's going to take me almost 7 hours to come to Connecticut to eat your fish. And not only that, it's going to cost me almost $1,000 to come.
I will try it, Senator. You don't worry. I will try.
So I'm not coming there right now. Let me say hi to my own son, Bentel. Thank you for coming. We appreciate you all the way from Banga tonight. Thank you. Go ahead, Walter.
So it shows the level of ineptitude from this government, the incompetence from this president, that somebody will sit on social media and tell him his duty, what to do.
I don't want you
because you're a terrible person. You're on the platform that because of you guys' statement, why the president came out to speak. So I'm telling you how the president is inept. That his own responsibility, he does not know it.
Okay.
And so he comes out and he listening to liberals saying, look, you trying to politicize this whole drug thing. You arrested a former vice president, so you must come out to speak. So he came out to speak today. It boosts the morale of liberal, and it also shows the ineptitude and the incompetence of this government and the president. So speaking to the president's speech today, it shows the level of hypocrisy, deception, falsehood. You understand? It shows how people do not trust this leader. When he speak about no stone will be left unturned, when he speak about there's no witch hunt, they are implementing the laws. You implementing the laws, but you didn't catch the vice president with drugs. You only have information that the vice president met some people that allegedly got connection to drugs, and you went and arrested her, putting her at gunpoint, seizing her civil liberty for not letting her to travel out of the country at the time when she has some international engagement.
Thank you. That's your
but
opening.
then your son, who was caught
in
communication with cartel, who were caught in communication with cartel leaders, traveled to Rio Madrid and came back. He's flying free. And then you call that justice?
Thank you.
Thank you, liberal.
Again, folks, Samson told him sitting in tonight for Mr. Soul. Anything I say here can and will not be used against me because I'm sitting in for Mr. So. But anything I say here that is good can and will be used against me. But anything I say here that I don't like, it cannot, it will not, it must not be used against me because I'm sitting in for Mr. So. Mr. Sherry, we're happy. Okay, hold on, guys. Let me go back to you, Terry, while I'm trying to connect with Prince Sherry. And that is Terry. It's just hard to deal with, but they are opposition. They are not here to make us happy. They are not here to please us. But these people keep moving the goalpost, and they want us to chase that. Roland Harry, happy birthday! Thank you for joining all the way from Zulu Whiskey as well. But they want us to chase the goalpost here. We all been on this platform here for several days. The president got to speak to the nation. All we've been saying. The president finished speaking and said, no, that's not good enough. You speak, but your speech is useless because you don't say what we want you to say. What kinds of opposition is this, Terry? But one of the things that I like about this opposition, I like the fact that they are not going to sleep. It makes this government also to work. The only issue that I have with this government, with respect to the opposition, is that the president said, told them, don't throw stone at every dog that bark at you as you're walking through the town. Focus. And they are not using those type of the wisdom of this president by coming up and forgetting who's called what and what have you. They don't talk about the rest agenda. They don't talk about the rest agenda. The rule of law is not surely and fully being displayed. Instead of talking about the process, they will, when you give them an opportunity to start cussing people who say bad about them or who criticize them. They are not using that opportunity to enlighten Liberians of all the good work that this president is doing in terms of infrastructure because it's part of the arrest agenda. And so the president came out today and said, well, let me do this. But these people keep moving the goalposts. What do you make of it? How do we, we're not here to please them, but how do we address these people here fully as Liberian imposition people that we also fully supporting this president here. But how do we deal with the opposition that keep moving the goalposts? Do we change the goalposts or we just let them say, okay, y'all go on IEP and y'all play your ball. We will play our own on the other side. How do we address them, Terry, on a serious note?
Liberal, you cannot chase ghost. You can't chase ghost. Oh, what happened? Oh, okay. So yeah, Liberal, you can't chase ghost. A ghost cannot be chased because these are ghosts. The opposition put up a ghost chase. You cannot do a ghost chase with the opposition. You will lose. So as a result, this is what we're saying, that the government should not allow the opposition to determine their narrative, because the opposition is not making criticism because they want you to do the right thing. They are making criticism because they want to gain political sentiment. The opposition is not serious on anything. They're only serious to criticize you and make you look bad. That all the opposition work is to make your government to look bad. So they put up this ghost chase. These are ghost chase. Oh, they highlight something that look very, very nice. Yeah, criticize you and say you were supposed to do they want. They. Soon you do it, they will find a reason why you were not supposed to do it. And they will also tell you that in doing it, this is what you did that was not supposed to be done. Even though they that said don't even know how to do it. You give them the power now. And the people, they think about it. The very same people that are criticizing you now are the very same people that messed up yesterday. Can you imagine that? So this is a ghost chase. as a ruling, you don't follow them. You follow them, they will lead you into the pit. They will lead you into the pit. Because anything, there is nothing you will do that will please them. Now they jump behind Girl Common. Oh, Girl Common should move. Girl Common should do. The moment the people move Girl Common, they will put them more again on the next person that come in there. Oh, the person here, you employ the person had this record. You didn't know that the person had this kind of record. You brought the person. So this is not something that they are patriotic about. No, they are not. There is nothing this president do that will satisfy them. So as a president, you do what is right. And I think that is what the president is doing. Uh, when you criticize something and the president found out that, yeah, this thing you criticize is a genuine criticism, he corrects it. Once he corrects it, it's up to you now to go think how you want to do it. Any way you want to take it is up to you. But the president listings. And Keto, the president is not yet. We saw the fumbling this few days in Nigeria. And you saw the backlash from one of the people there. Your man refused to play because you know what is Sonny. So you saw the backlash, and the man categorically outlined the errors in your administration. Categorically. That tells you that the international community is watching. Don't think people are not watching. Don't think that people don't know. People know. And the reason they're watching is simply because Liberia is a country, is the oldest republic in Africa. Our country, the people see, they're watching us as we are like a role model to Africa. And we don't know the value of Liberia, but others do. So if you look at Madam Sally, leadership and all of that, when JMB went to Johnny Trump and Donald Trump made that statement that you speak good English, it threatened a lot of our Western countries in the region because Nigeria, they believe they speak better English than Liberia. Or how you call it? Sierra Leone, Ghana, they believe that we don't speak English. That what they can say, they boast in themselves because they got a British accent and they believe because they speak the British people, everybody believe they brought English. So Nigerians and feel with all the colloquial, even Sierra Leone, I was in Sierra Leone, I saw Sierra Leone people telling me say they can speak English better than us. I was shocked. But what I'm trying to tell you, because of that, there have been a constant traffic wherein international people they are reading about Liberia. They are studying about Liberia. They want to know what the country is all about. So if you think that people do not know your record, they know. The people are aware. So what we're saying here is this. Labor is that about. What in a nutshell, the president do not need to follow every criticism done by the opposition because the criticism is not genuine. It's a ghost chase. Thank you.
Thank you, Terry. Rescue 2, thank you very much for that statement. Let's go and welcome our own brother, the opposition, but a very, very gentle and very kind-hearted opposition. Him and I, we don't get along well, but he's a very nice guy if you get to meet him in person. Let's bring in Prince Sherry. Prince Sherry, good evening. Thank you for joining us.
Yes,
Uh, what
good
what
evening.
what is it that? But let's try to make it as brief as possible so that we all will be able to participate in the conversation. So let's hear
Definitely.
from you. Let's hear from you on
Yeah.
this.
Let me first of all start by saying good evening to you and to Pastor Terry. Good evening to you and to my astute brother, a revolutionary who continued to stand on the side of the Liberian people in defending democracy and ensuring that Liberia is emancipated from a cocaine regime led by Mr. Joseph Imapweka. Our own brother, Mr. Keto, I want to say I salute you
The
and I'm
conversation going
sure
nowhere.
you
That
will
cat are
never.
you gonna be
Thank you,
praising like that?
thank you so much. Again, it's a privilege as we dive into dissecting the today the president's speech. To just begin with, for my 1 minute, I think that today's speech was not only deceptive, was not only divisive, but it lacks every iota of what we refer to as truthfulness. It lacks every iota of substance that can be able to elevate this topic and ensure that government proceed rightly. Today's speech
So
indeed is a very
let me hold you right there. Let me hold you right there, Mr. Sherry. Can you give me one line that perhaps were not truthful or that doesn't have any iota of truthfulness in it? Just one line of the president's speech that you can say.
the very opening of the president's
Okay,
address. He talks about the concern of the Liberian people. I'm sorry for my background. He
that's
talks
okay.
about the
We'll deal with it.
concern. He talked about the concern that is raised and said that these concerns are genuine. These
Okay,
concerns are legitimate. Mr.
okay.
Tool, when concerns are genuine and legitimate, what do? You act. Unfortunately, those concerns that are genuine, that are legitimate, unfortunately, this president have decided to put a blind eye to it. What are those concerns? The concern that we call for that because the police director is conflicted based on those individuals that have been implicated from the level of the Liberian National Police higher ups, based on the issue where the LDEA ORC has been conflated, and we call for his immediate investigation and arrest by the Liberia National Police. But the president has ignored all of these. And this man, who is Mr. Biago, the former ORC of the LDEA, is sitting down to a horse, drinking pepper soup tonight. And Mr. Gregor Tomo continue to act as if he is clean while every hand is pointing at him, including the son of the president, who was even accused by the cartel, and he himself alluded to it that yes, indeed, he had discussion with some people, but this man continued to be shielded. So if our concerns are genuine, and they are something that you respect, you will begin to act in the appropriate way by ensuring that Mr. Gregor Como is relieved of his post and is taken directly to the investigators to be investigated. You will submit your son to the investigation and ensure that Mr. Biago is in court and undergoing serious investigation,
Thank you.
including those that he sacked from the executive mansion website that he announced. But
Thank
all of
you.
these things are not happening. So
Thank you.
these are
Thank you.
some of
We'll
the
come
reasons
back to
why
you.
it is deceptive.
Thank you. Thank you. Let me go to Walter Cutter. Thank you, Mr. Sherry. Walter Cutter, it
Yeah.
seemed to me, just from listening to Prince Sherry, it seemed like you want to, you got defeated, but then you want to run the government through President Wakai. It seemed to me. Because
So,
when President
mhm.
Wakai said, you're concerned, it doesn't mean you're the only one that got concerned. We ourselves too, we get concerned too. So why is your concern of being the only one that need to be elevated? Then that means you
so,
want to sit down in the opposition chair and run the government for which we fought so hard to bring the power. And that is unfair and is intellectually dishonest. Let me hear from you.
so when you listen to the president's speech, when he spoke about the concern is legitimate, you are not talking about people who saying the government is proceeding right or the government is not doing this. We are talking about people who say there are people who
How
are
you know
not
that?
sub
How you know?
liberal. This
But how you
when
know?
you go
Why
into
will
the
you
speech, it
interpret
explain it's a
something? Why will you
liberal.
interpret something that is not there?
Liberal, let
And
me
you
tell you
want us
something.
to accept your interpretation? We will push
Labor, when
her.
you go
We
into the
will
speech,
push her.
it would tell you that this president was speaking directly to the dissenting opinion. Those people who are dissenting as look,
Okay. All right.
the police
I'll
director
give you the
should
same minute. I'll get back your minute. Just hold on right there. I'll get back your minute. Just hold on. We have this speech here. Just hold on. Just hold on. Let me see. Let me see. Uh, okay. Go ahead. Go ahead. Let me find it. Let me find
find
that.
the speech and put it on you so you
No, I
understand. You are
gotta
not
speak. I
speaking.
gotta speak. I'm
Yeah,
looking
but
for that point.
you are not speaking to people that were in favor of him, what he's doing. You are speaking to people who said what's going on is wrong. Other people who supposed to be prosecuted are not prosecuted. They are sitting home like my brother Prince Sherry said. And Prince Sherry, I salute you and welcome and
That on my
to
share, you're coming to do your,
expound
you're coming to do your
on the
CDC.
issues in
South,
our
South,
country.
saluting each other here. I beg you.
So I
Don't go
was
salute
listening. I was
anybody here.
listening to my brother Terry, and Terry said the opposition, not man, they are ghosts and all the things. The last time I checked, Sam Coker is not an opposition. Sam Coker supported and continued to support your government because he was instrumental in removing the the former speaker, T. Fanatical Fan. The last time I checked, T. Woneke appeared on Spoon and said he gave his overwhelming support to this government. But when I listen to T. Woneke over the past days and even today, it tells me that T. Woneke and Sam Coker are frustrated about the manner and form in which this government is proceeding. They have realized that they can no more defend this government because of the many lies. They have realized that this government is just difficult to protect them if you are born with sincerity in your mind and in your life. But if you are not born with sincerity, if you do not value credibility, you will continue to support this government that continue to lie to Liberian people and showing straffe, like Bremen say, to the process that the government is doing well. This is the reason why I sat on Spoon today and listened to T. Woneke. I'm like, are you serious? So this man is actually frustrated because he knows, and he's an inner cycle of the Unity Party, telling us that this Unity Party is getting difficult to even defend them. And so it tells me that the opposition ain't even got to say anything, or Terry. Your own people from Unity Party saying it out there.
Thank you. Thank you. We'll come
Program
back
went
to
out
you.
there and said, where's the president's son? Why is not under
Thank,
investigation?
thank
Why
you.
the police
We'll come back.
director is not recusing himself?
Thank you. We'll come back to you when you start, repeating each other phrases here. Then we know we're in trouble. Terry, let me read this to you, and then I'll come directly to you. It says,
Liberal, can I suggest something to you?
"What do you want to
Can
suggest?"
you put a time also we can be knowing the time we speak? Because we fool down the show.
What's up, if I want you to speak 30 seconds, 30 seconds. I'm sitting for Mr. Soul tonight. So just know that your show, but in control. If I want you to speak 30 seconds, I'm going to come put time line on here and say, you speak there, you speak that. Hey, you speak something, you start talking about I'll cut you off. You know, you must say, we don't get along that way anyway. So the audience know me.
So
I'm
are
not
you a
dictator.
dictator? Are you a
No,
dictator
I'm
now?
not a dictator, but I
Liberal,
pass
are
by
you a
that era a
dictator
little
on
bit.
this show?
No, I'm not a
Liberal,
dictator.
are you
I
exhibiting
am not a
dictatorial
dictator.
tendency on this show?
I am not a dictator. I
I
just
will
pass
call
by
you
the
off for a
dictator.
Liberal. I will call you off for a.
Whatever. But Terry, let me read this to you. Let me read this to you. Come here, you talked about that 30 seconds. Terry, let me read it to you. Let me read it. We will deal with your, because I thought on a very serious note. I've been saying this from the beginning. I will not take CDC for granted because I know they're very smart, intelligent. I will not take them for granted. I will deal with you exactly the way it's supposed to be. Terry, let me read this to you. To those who have expressed concern, President Barker said, I said this: your concern is legitimate in a democracy, but guilt or innocence must be determined by the court, not by politics, rumors, conjecture, or public pressure. CDC, they're not reading that part. Terry, are you with me? They're not reading about the real thing. We express concern, and therefore the president said, "I understand your concern, but your concern you're expressing for me to find the person guilty. That court will do that. That not me who would, but they don't read that part. And that people then they say I'm gonna sit down here. I'm gonna let them do whatever they want to do. No, we're not gonna go through that. Terry, let's come to you. Let me come to you. The president has given this wonderful speech, which I myself am very happy about it. What next in line?
Yeah, so the president have already laid a premise for people to realize that he is not involved with the investigation as to witch hunting, as to trying to circumvent the law in favor of those who something. He's not doing it. And to Kettle, you're talking about I got T that on something. That bugger have been brainwashed. That is what happens to you when you sit
That
on
one
a
thing
toxic platform.
I like
You understand?
Liberia.
Yeah, they may have been brainwashed.
Yeah. The
You,
man
yeah,
talks on here against you,
and,
he brainwash. When he
yeah,
talk for
no,
you, he's
not
a
that.
smart guy.
Labor, let me tell you something. There are honest opinions that make sense, but there are opinions
Mhm.
that when you hear, you know that the person has been brainwashed.
Fly
And
back
and,
like
Only,
and there's a
only,
lawyer.
reason.
only,
And
He
you
only
also
when
see
you
that.
talking in favor
he
of Unity
also flag
Party.
a nice psychologist, a
Yeah,
psychiatrist now. So
yeah.
And you see you interrupting me
The
now.
book of
Then he
Unity
sorry.
will come
Party.
back
The
and
book
say,
of Unity
"No, I'm
Party.
not talking to you, Labor, because you the moderator, but
Yeah.
he
I'm not even
So
talking
is
to
no,
Labor
overlapping
talking.
function." He will come back and say, "Oh, he was even dragging you." Oh, because when he know that he don't have the position again to
yeah,
stand,
yeah.
he will start talking tabata.
Okay, but
You saying that the man is honest. So when will you be honest with your government that ran the country for 6 years and had over 100 million drug something and the people escaped? Were you honest then? So you only know honest people when they're talking against Joseph Burger. Then you want us to believe that you should be honest. And then you must be determining honest people based upon their condemnation to Joseph Burger government. Then, but per you, that is your standard that determine that the person honest. That I tabata I'ma carry to my heart. Look, Labor, let me,
you were
and
living in
and
the
this is
street.
this
You
is
were living in the
hypocrisy.
street.
Yeah, this is, and these are some of the reasons why we say CDC will not come back. And I beg to differ
Oh,
people who say
Terry, your
CDC
internet.
strong.
These are no start again.
They are not.
These are some of the reasons why start that again because your internet was failing out and in and out.
Okay.
No, but go
I will
ahead.
not
Wait,
repeat.
you were
I
saying
don't want to
something.
repeat.
You said
Yeah,
these
I'll
are
say
some of the
this.
reasons.
Yeah, I said these are some of the reasons why CDC will not come back.
Yeah, that's what I want to hear.
You see what I'm saying? That's why they will not come back.
That's what I want to
Because
hear.
they're trying to pressurize other people to criticize Joseph Burger and determine that the criticism is fair. But when they had the opportunity to criticize their government, they did not up to now. They still defend their government.
Yeah, and they're not apologetic
They are not
about
even
their
apologetic for
past
one
behavior.
second.
Yeah,
But they're
I agree
telling
with you.
you that we should condemn our government and then they will determine, they are
Yeah,
the one now, that the judges now,
yeah,
that will
yeah,
determine that we are correct.
yeah, yeah. So when
So
we
the
when
moment I
we
start
condemn,
criticizing Joseph Burger, they will tell me, oh, yeah, they pastor that we are God, man.
yeah,
You come from heaven and looking at he and God sat around the same bench. But if I start telling them about Joe, we are, oh, the men are fake, man. That man are fake pastor. Yes, how you feel? The truth of the matter here
the
is that
show is not easy tonight.
when you want to be, the Bible says, do unto others as you want others to do unto you. That a second golden rule in the Bible. I'm not saying that CDC did not have challenges that could be fixed. I'm not saying that Joseph Burger don't have challenges that can be fixed. But what I'm saying is that if you want other people to be honest, you must start to be honest first.
Thank you.
Let's listen to you now to tell us whether
Thank
if
you.
your $100 million drug bust was successful. Can you
Thank,
say that?
thank you, Terry. Thank you very much. Again, folks, Samson Tour, I'm sitting in tonight for the CEO, Mr. Soul, and the rule here tonight. If I say something that you don't like, that Mr. Soul saying it. If I say something that you like, that Samson Tour saying it. I set him for him. I have to. I'm making a rule as I go. But on a very serious note, Prince Sherry, let's come to you. Let's come to you, my brother. I know you heard Terry and myself speaking, but let's take it to the next level here. With this speech that the president he made today, besides you finding hypocrisy and whatever you want to describe on, but the process itself, the fact that the president took to the podium to ease the pain and ease the concern of many Liberians, is that something you found interesting? I'm just being a little bit circumspect. I'm going a little bit down.
So what
Or
podium,
let me be a little bit
Labor?
ridiculous.
Yeah.
Is that something you will sit here on this platform and praise the president for once?
Well, to just be very specific relative to our topic of discussion
Yeah.
about the speech that was made by Mr. Boeka. You make mention of a portion in his speech where he talks about guilt of innocent must be determined by the court. That was
Yeah,
what he said. Guilt of, innocent must be determined by the court.
yeah.
But it is unfortunate that the Bueka cartel boys have already found the vice president guilty. They have already disrespected the rule of law. In what way? In what form? Take for an
Okay.
example. Honor
Yes,
our
here we
law.
go. Now, why I label you, I don't mean to interrupt, but when I sit on this platform, I see the white people are very smart, they're very intelligent, one of the highly educated people in the republic. This is some of the reason. The man speaking, no, it's for, I'm not playing around. I'm very serious. This young man is speaking. However, he's not just speaking, he's giving you the reason, he's giving you an example. Now you will look at the example now and correlate that with his speech.
Why are
Then you
you
know what he come.
patronizing the
Hey,
man? He
Walter,
won't distract
please.
you, man. We know you
Walter Cutter,
liberal.
please,
That you're
please.
progressive and distraction. What are you trying to do? Preach flow. Don't
Wil-
buy that thought.
Walter Cutter, will you let the moderator, even though I'm sitting for Mr. Sawyer tonight, I'm not a detector anymore, but I don't want to pass by the dictatorship shop here tonight, please. Spring Sherry, go ahead. Let's hear from you, my brother.
So he talks about guilt of innocent, must be determined by the court. In keeping with our law, one is presumed innocent until proven guilty by the court of competence jurisdiction. And it is incumbent upon everyone that if someone is accused, you use the legal process to ensure that that particular individual is brought under the bailiwick of the court. Let's
Okay.
look at how the vice president was treated. It was completely the opposite. According to the government, they have issue with this particular lady, the vice president. What was the prudent thing to do in keeping with our law? To ensure that the court issue a warrant or the police summon her that look, Madam Vice President, you are summoned. We need you in connection with X, Y, and Z. But Mr. Tool, let's be sincere, let's be fair. And I always like to sit on the platform with you because you are one of the living legend of our democracy. You're one of the father of our democracy. You participated in emancipating Liberia during the progressive era. But let's look at how the vice president was treated, where a group of armed men decided to move on her with arm, and she was kept now, even asking her to come under the ring to the extent that even her security was even on the phone, on Facebook, I mean on live, and saying that no, gentlemen, this is not supposed to be like this, and calling and say they are ordering for this woman to come down under the ring. Mr. Toll, let's be sincere. Is this how you treat people if you think that the court should be used to be able to determine whether this person is guilty or not guilty? Why is it that the government did not go to the court to be able to take the rightful document to ensure that this woman is cited before the law? Why they didn't go there? Let's again go a bit further. When the president dismissed people, even he himself is a contradiction to his own, how you call a statement. When he dismissed those on the executive mansion website, about 8 person was dismissed out of the 12, and some were suspended. Did they go before a court of competence jurisdiction to find them guilty before he dismissed them? Maybe the argument would be, well, they were appointed by the president. He has every right to dismiss them. That is his constitutional right. Granted. But then you can see the contradiction in his statement. Take for an example, he talked about the court, being the one used to either say, well, this person is guilty or not guilty. Now, let's look at what happened with the issue of this particular Marco Brown, who was in the prison. How did he left from the prison? According to the information that we have gathered, it is the same government that was able to fictitiously use other people to put him out of the prison. And today the government is saying that they don't know where he is. Let's even look at the content man, the Sheikh Basiru content. Do you know that his asset was freezed and this man was under investigation under the leadership of His Excellency President Dr. George Manawia, and his asset was freezed?
Thank
Now,
you.
who took that particular asset free off his property and whatever? It was the same government. Did they
Thank you.
go through the legal process before they say, well, Sheikh, you are okay and you can now go ahead?
Thank
So
you.
these
Thank you.
are the contradiction we are talking about.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Sherry. I appreciate it. Look, and sometimes when we come to these kinds of conversation, it's good sometimes to be truthful, and we try to do that as much as possible. I also um, was not happy, and I expressed my uneasiness here on this platform of the way. and the vice president was brought to book. I'll give you an example. And these are a little bit, when we're talking about Liberian conversation, some of us has bad experiences. However, these experiences inform our uh, intervention, our involvement, and people ask, "Why are you so weak?" or "What have you?" No, because we have seen these kinds of stuff before. I give you an example. Back in 1981, when those sent for my little brother to call for my little brother to be arrested, they sent one guy and his driver to the house because my information later on, Kumba explained that because they knew that he has bodyguards, they knew that he has friends, they knew he had brothers who were also member of the army, and they all were there with guns. So what's his reason of getting the scene? My brother drove behind the guy who came to arrest, but he didn't say you're on an arrest. He said they want to see you. And my brother drove with me in a car, drove all the way to the barracks. If you're going to do these kinds of things, that would have been much of the easier and safer way. Because I still say that if the EPS people that are supposed to protect her, when they saw other people with arms and blocking their vehicle, why if they decided no, we have to protect her? These people, their intent is to harm her. Then what would you say? If you believe, I said at the time, I'm saying it again, that she was about ready to leave the country, you approach her. As even Greg himself can go down there. He's a police director. She's a former vice president. She still deserves that respect. Go down there, madam. We have these kinds of stuff. We're having an investigation, and we'd rather you not travel right now. Can you come with us? No, I want my lawyer. But by that time, she and Greg, they're in a room having that conversation. And I'm sure Greg, with his intelligence, with his smart, he will be able to convince her that you don't want to make a scene that will make Liberian to take notice of you being embarrassed. Madam Howard herself, I believe, would do everything possible for her not to be embarrassed. That's how you do these things. So, Prince Sherry, I do agree with you. The process in which she was arrested, I don't agree with it. But let me go on. Thank you for your lengthy. You are a guest. I'm not going to say Tabata because you're my guest here tonight. Well, Tabata, what guest? Prince Sherry, no, I'm not guest. I say Tabata. But let me move on. What's because I come back to you? We're gonna go around this here, and then we'll move on to the next subject matter. Walter Cutter, I come to you. You've been on this platform for a very long time. You have been involved since the arrest, the alleged arrest, and what have you. You've said so many things on the platform. Let me ask you this tonight, Walter Cutter. If this was CDC, tell me, how do you think CDC would have handled this kinds of stuff? Let's hear from you.
Well, Labor, this is not CDC. This is not CDC time. This is Unity Party time. This is where Unity Party said CDC did everything wrong and they would do it the right way. But we are seeing Unity Party is doing it even, I don't know how to express it, but wrong. Wrong, wrong, wrong. Until their own people that brought them to power, telling them to their faces that this is wrong. They're proceeding wrongly. So don't forget, on CDC, Gloria Mususka, let me just show give an instant. On CDC, Gloria Mususka daughter got killed in her house. Gloria Mususka was asked by the Liberian National Police to come for investigation. Gloria Mususka refused to come for investigation. She said she was not ready to come. It took her intervention before Gloria Mususka left her resident to go to the police because the police engaged her over and again. And some of us was mad because she should have gone to the police for the police to investigate. The police gave her all of the respect. They didn't take her by surprise. And her crime was done instantaneously in her house. Unlike the vice president, something happened years ago.
Okay. When you're ready to talk about that
Something
series, you can always seize your
something
phone.
happened
You
years
got
ago. My
two
phone is here.
seconds.
Can you hear me?
No,
Labor?
our business. What are you?
No, no, no. Nothing sees my phone. I'm
We
talking.
couldn't hear you for almost 5 minutes. We couldn't hear
So,
you.
so labor, this the thing here, right? The vice president uh acquaintance with this so-called individual called Bashiru happened years ago, almost 5 years ago. This vice president would never honor an investigation throughout the process. 5 years passed. There was one drug that was discovered in our country that was tipped by the Americans, which is the $100 million drugs. Her name was not connected to it. There's no Liberian name as far as we're concerned. I think it's just one person, the person that the drug went to the place that were connected. The drug came from abroad in the container. The government arrested the drug, thanks to the Americans, and they arrested the people that were connected to the drugs, tried them. The justice system said, no, the procedure in which the people were arrested and blah, 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 it was not correct.
Okay,
They
blah
set
blah
them
blah.
free.
Thank you.
They
Thank
set
you.
them free. But that's the thing. You now, your government came to office or to power, and all of the drug incident that happened under your administration, you got key government official connected. You yourself start busting them one, and it start to show bad on you. So now you say, oh no, and I'm me alone. Yes, sir, yes. That the CDC government people then not started the thing. They don't want to introduce the people to the thing. No,
Thank you.
the
Thank you.
drugs
What's up,
start
Kaja?
entering Liberia, coming liberal from our land. The drugs can go back to history. 2007. One of the Liberia people can forget quick. Over $500 million worth of drugs were intercepted on the ocean.
Thank you.
People went to jail for it. Even
Thank,
former celebs were contacted by the cartel. He reported it to the Americans. And then we sit here and say because Joel was introduced to people for investment and those people gave her money. Later on, those people got connected with the drug incident in our country. So you
thank
hold
you.
Joel
Thank you,
inside and put
Walter
her in
Kaja.
jail.
Let's go to Terry, who will close on this subject matter. Then we'll move on to the next one, folks. We'll soon be opening the 9 about 10 minutes. So just you know the rule. Again, folks. I'm sitting in for Mr. So, who is the CEO of this platform. I'm sitting in tonight for him because he's doing an investigation, undercover investigation. We want you to know that. Hopefully, he will come here on Sunday or on Friday and tell us what he's. No, he's not going to be on Friday either. So you come. I don't know if he's going to be because his investigation is too deep. But let me say this to you: the rule that I set for myself. If I say something here that you don't like, that Mr. So say. If I say something that you like, that me say. That's my rule. But let me come to you, Terry, on a very serious note, Terry. Let me come to you as we close on this speech and the president. Uh, Now that the speech has been given, Terry, what next?
Yeah, so the speech is very, very.
Terry, let me hold you on that. The
Yeah, go
man
ahead.
sitting in on his calling. Uh, Good evening, CEO. How's the investigation going?
Well, my understanding you are in connection with the $3.7 million drug. So
that was your undercover investigation reviewing.
well,
Wow.
first, thank you for sitting in. And this is so sad. Did I hear you saying the president mounted the podium? Which podium was that?
Mr. So, behind the scene. You got a podium behind the scene. People can see it at all, but we saw it right here, Mr. So. If you want to, you can you.
So,
No, but hold on. Do you see you see the picture up here,
no, you
Mr.
can't
So?
tell me. You can't tell me. Hold on. You're sending
No,
in for me. So
no,
when I
but
call, I can remotely run the program.
okay, that's
You've
fine.
been doing
Uh,
very disservice to Keto,
no,
and you think it's okay. But when you say it's bad, then it's me. But when it's good,
that I
it's you. But let me just make it one few comments. Not surprised, but was so very, very much disappointed. This is one of the worst speeches I've ever seen or listened to in presidential time. When will this president take responsibility? People got to push him before he says something. I think we had this conversation before. This is just about managing crisis. When it happens the other day with his whatever book launching, he stood on the side, putting face up with Gregor Como. So what was the essence of this other speech today? As a leader, and this is what you fail to do, liberal, and that's shame on you and your pastor from Minnesota. He said he's not a politician, but he's more political than being pastor. Now, when there is a crisis or when there are issue, a leader, you smells it, you sees it, and you jump right on it and make a plain, neutral statement. You don't sit down for people to twat your speech, record it, take the other one, and they put the other one there. No. What shows your authenticity for people to believe that you are a leader and people can manage things is you faced the camera. Does he have problem with reading? That's why people can see his face. What's going on here? When will he sit in the Oval Office for us to see live on television?
Thank you.
No. Remember, you are sitting in for me. You are
But
not.
but that doesn't mean that.
Yeah,
Yeah, but that doesn't mean you're gonna eat all my time.
No, if I call now, I can remotely conduct the program.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean you're gonna eat all my time.
That was the understanding. But look, I think this week, to be honest, it is related. It is just commentary after the game. This should have been the very first thing. You can't go quiet, go solo, go celebrate your own thing, and stand with a police chief who is also named, and his entire. This is it's troubling. All of his deputies, high-profile commissioners, and he's still presiding over investigation.
Thank you,
That's
Mr.
just a
So.
trouble.
Thank you. Please stand by. Hopefully, your investigation stand by, and we'll call you back if
I'll
you.
tell you what investigation is. Why it was all we give you time to report yourself. You don't do it, we know what to do. Bye bye.
Bye bye. You know, Terry. What I'll come back to you again, Terry. What I do notice about Liberia, it's hard to lead them. It seemed to me that Liberia is a place as a leader. It's difficult to lead Liberians. We said the man must speak to the nation. The man finished and said, no, I can't speak there. It late. That's not the speech you're supposed to make. We only have one president. And that's what the man told us. That when I'm going through a town, going to my village, and I'm going through a town, all the dogs are back here. I'm not coming to control Raqqa. Everybody, because I will move nowhere. The arrest agenda is going on. I don't want to talk too much yet tonight. Terry, let me hear from you. Go ahead, continue with your statement. Wrap it
Yeah,
up. We'll go
Deborah.
to the next one. I'll be opening the line here soon anyway.
Like I said, the opposition is putting up a ghost chase. So if you, the president, decide to follow it, well, it's up to you. But the president did a good job by letting the dust to settle before he speak. And that is what leaders do. You speak when the soup is cold. That is when you drink it. You don't drink it when it's hot and it's burning. You put it in your mouth. Ooh, you gotta be blowing it. No. When the soup calms down, then you start drinking.
Hold
You
on.
seen it?
Yeah. Terry,
You know,
very interesting. Very interesting. What you might call you bringing up here. You're speaking about soup. Yeah, go ahead, my brother.
Oh,
Go ahead, go
I
ahead.
would have my go to be going for.
No, no, no. When you say when the soup is hot, when when it's when it's you say when the soup is hot, you don't blow it and put it in your mouth. So
Yeah.
you know you're speaking from experience. Go
Right there,
ahead.
yeah. You know that you know the thing, labor. So yeah. But I want to read something very interesting in the $100 million drug. You know, the CDC like to take our eye from the ball, but we'll keep it there. I want to bring something, and this is the reason why this government is very, very meticulous. It says here that 11 of the 12 jurors found them not guilty. The jury concluded that the government had not sufficiently established that the men knew about or participated in the cocaine smuggling operation. The jury subsequently said the problem was insufficient evidence, not that the court was protecting the defendant, is and all of that. But something here I want to read are very interesting. It says there were also serious disputes over the government handling of the investigation and evidence. Some Liberian legal commentator went further and accused the prosecution of failing to investigate the actual supplier or organizers. But those are alleging, but those are allegations and that should be treated as
Serena
established fact.
always shoot a second leg.
But here's the thing. No, those are
Labor
people view.
doctor,
Listen,
please.
listen now. The information is these are front page. They came from African press. So that's how we talking like they all over the place based upon our opinion. That is why it's saying people said, people said allegations. People said that the government was not persecuting the real people. But the thing I want to establish is that one of the reasons why the government decided to arrest and charge people directly involved with the drugs situation in the likes of Paul King, the operation manager, Oscar Brown, or Emmanuel Pan. These were people that had direct connection and that could be proven that they were involved. The people that are your want for the government to arrest are people that are people of interest or suspected. These people, when you put them before a grand jury, you have to prove before that grand jury that they were directly involved. Just how you see the government is charging Madam Wahani, the former vice president, wherein they presenting evidence showing that money exchange hands, showing her direct involvement. Because in the court, you will have to that before the jurors. Not because the inner writing, they say even though the prosecutor had a container full of drugs that they allege that belong to the people that they carry before the court to accuse, it still did not, they were not able to produce evidence that linking these people to this particular drug in the container. You see that? So that's the reason why police investigation, they're not going to listen to your tabata. You just say, oh yeah, because somebody go make some kind of video. They say Joseph Boca's son getting 2 million. So you want Joseph Boca's son, the government, to take Joseph Boca's son and carry him to court. What is the evidence that directly linked Joseph Boca's son to the drugs cartel? You don't have it. That is the same thing Martin Colley was doing a few days. And some of the time, when people talking, the woman, you say the woman received the woman received money, the woman received this. The question is, who was she receiving the money from? One of the things in money laundering and drug trafficking and all of that, sometimes some initial payment cannot be directly for the person. Is to clear goods. And the operation is to give money to people to clear it, to carry on the operation. It's not directly for the person. So somebody will say, okay, yeah, the woman get money. Why would she take 45,000? Why would she take 100 and something thousand? It's not because of her directly, but it could be going to something else. And in money laundering, you cannot look at somebody and just in a meeting that seems to be a business meeting and get them 500,000. How are you going to transport that money through the airport when the airport law says you only supposed to carry 10,000? So you think drug money, that how people can do it? No. So what the establishment, what the investigator tried to establish is that, oh, labor, you gone, dog it. The investigator tried to establish direct link to the drug, so that when you go before a grand jury, the grand jury will be able to prove that this person knew about this drug and they were directly involved. Thank you. So maybe Prince Sherry and somebody else can come in because labor is not
Yeah,
here.
I think, yeah, Pastor Terry, and let me just say this. We must be objective in discussing these kind of issues. And I'm not one person that will sit on the platform to discredit your credibility.
But
I
who
want to
invite you?
believe
Who invite? Who say you want that? Your time
that.
to speak now.
Sorry, sorry.
I was not here. I was just a ghost. You know. No, Prince Sherry, sorry. I want to go ahead, my brother. It's your turn. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
so I think when we sit on this show, we must be very credible. And even those who are listening are seeing that you are struggling to even defend what this government is doing. For the fact that you want to bring in a government that have been gone about 3 years ago, and you are trying to draw a connection or try to, link the two incidents, which is completely, one would say, opposite from each other. So I think, Pastor, we must do ourselves justice. When we come on these platforms, we must be objective to the issue. You are an independent person. You can be here for the next 100 years if God gave you that opportunity. You don't need any government official from Liberia to pay a bill or to give you a cent, and you are good. But for you to come on this platform and begin to defend what is indefensible and all of the arguments that you are presenting, they are all disjointed. I think, Pastor, you are not doing justice to all of us here. Here is the cogent issue that we are talking about. We are talking about the way, form, and manner in which
I
the vice
love these
president
people.
of the Republic of Liberia was treated. And I want to thank the Liberal for outlining this. Look, what is not done properly is not done at all. Like he said, and this is what we are saying. The very beginning of this process led to what we call injustice, led to disrespect for the rule of law. That is what makes the entire process to be very wrong. That is what makes the entire process to be political. That is what makes this process to already be prejudged by the government even before it could go to the court. For the first way, the manner and form in which he was taken, that make the process to be political.
Mr.
And that's
Mr.
what we are
Cherry, let me
saying.
hold you right there, please. Hello, caller. Are you calling for the show or that's something else? Okay. All right, Mr. Sherry.
Uh,
He coming fast right now. All right,
all right,
Mr. Sherry, can you hold your thought right there? The rule here, I know you are our guest, but the rule here, when we put a number up and you're in flight, whenever the
sure,
call comes
sure,
in, we'll hold you
definitely.
to that. Let's hear the
All
caller. Caller, what's your name? Where you're calling from? What's on your mind?
It's a lot on my mind. I think you're doing pretty well, and the discussion is very interesting. But of course, my name is Ambrose Callum, and I'm calling from Louisville, Kentucky. Hi, gentlemen.
Hi.
Yeah.
Hi, Mr. Kamal.
Mr. Two, you know, there's a lot of brother who wants to save. We gotta be honest and be objective. The former education minister that served under President Joseph Boakai, the piece that he wrote that forced the SSS director, the secret protector, what's his name, how to respond to it. It's a lot of Unity Party people, that have Unity Party people, that they're not happy with this, what's going on. Until, I want to say, they should prosecute the vice president. She's guilty or she was involved in this. But what happened to the people that did this on me 3 months ago or 2 months ago that we caught? What their status? What's supposed to stay in jail? And, Mr. Toe, the company you're running or the corporation you're running, There's no way Terry can be the person. Terry is the station manager, and the employee them misbehaving, and you say, "Oh yeah, Terry is not aware of what's going on," or nobody called Terry to complain. There's no way that amount half a billion, $250 million worth for drugs in the country. Everybody, actually, director, assistant director there is aware of it.
Caller, just hold on. Let finish with Andrew, and we'll come to you. Just hold your peace. Go ahead, Andrew.
Yeah, so we gotta be serious. Just say the vice president went to Dubai to have a meeting, and she received almost 175,000 in different form, and you're holding her for something that you're not in the room. You're listening to a criminal. Somebody that is a convicted criminal. Yeah, but you're taking his word over somebody that has repetition, and you're prosecuting her on that. But we get the president's son that went to Spain. All his friends then, they are connected. And this is then the first time Jojo has come up on a drugs deal. Poto, if the Poto son that they're talking about, if he's better or just being in the drug, I will not be surprised Jojo, because Jojo's best friend over there.
Okay.
It's no way Joe can be a drug dealer, and Jojo say, "Oh, you don't know Joe Poto." You saw the person.
Hello, Andrew. Hello, Andrew. I will call Andrew. Please, if you're listening, don't go too far. Caller, I'm sorry that I'll call you, but quiet. Make it quick so I can call Andrew's back, please.
Yeah, okay. This is Mr. Maolo. I'm calling from Maryland.
Okay, Maolo.
Mauro,
can you hold your line, because there was a caller before you? Can you hold?
Okay, please? No problem.
All right. Ambrose, please don't get very with me tonight. I didn't mean that. I thought I would have been able to merge the call. But Ambrose, if you can call my 916 number, 916-533-2048, it'll be easier to merge. All right. Caller on here. Go ahead. What's your name? Where you're calling from? What's on your mind?
Mr. Nimley from Louisville, Kentucky.
Oh, so we're not tonight at Louisville people time? Go ahead, my brother.
Yeah, so I just want to add, I know coming to plenty, I just want to add Mr. Sherry.
Well, now you will allow you, unless you're talking plenty in my favor, and now in my favor will not let you talk plenty. That one about
Well, Joe, we are coming back. Joe, we are going like tomorrow or the after. The drug case is facing now. We are trying to see who coming like bro, who going out like bro.
Right.
So I want to ask Mr. Sherry, we are coming tomorrow or the after.
Okay, we'll put that to him. He will answer it. So thank you. Let's thank you. Thank you very much. Oh, Mr. Bropre, just hold on. Let me go to Mr. Hello, caller. Yeah, go ahead.
How you doing?
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, hi. Like I said before, this is Mr. Maolo calling from Maryland.
Okay.
Look, listen. Today, the president's speech was rude and disrespectful to the Liberian people. If you understand anything about tonality in his voice, he was very defensive. He was trying to even be defiant in his speech.
Wow.
He even hinted at what they intend to do. Listen to the kind of people he said they will arrest. He's hinting something. The president was not apologetic or anything of what's happening in the country, because whether he likes it or not is affecting people in the country. No, he was defiant. He was disrespectful to the people like he always is, and he's not doing anything. He works for 2 hours a day. Why can't he speak to people he always got to make a recording? Why can't he? He dyslexic or what? But no, this man stands in front of people all the time and just disrespect the nation. He talking about justice? Which justice? Since he been there, which one of the laws have he respected? We can, a blind man can see that this is a witch hunt. And the real target is George Weah. That's why you will hear all the spokespeople talking. Why George Weah coming? Why he can't come? Isn't that? Because for them, it's a victory to grab George Weah, handcuff him, put him in jail. It's a big thing for them.
Okay.
What I will warn this country is, this same thing was going on before December 25th or 26th, 1989. The same kind of attitude. You Liberian people, you sycophants, beware. If you people can't tell your boss man the truth, that's how it starts. The pastor there said, the man he told until the dust settled. Which dust? Which is the dust? Because you caught Joel and put her in jail. That's the dust he's talking about. When you catch Joel at what? That ocean?
Okay. All right.
This is what happened before. Let's be careful.
All right. Thank you.
Let's be careful.
Thank you. Thank you. We'll take your warning. Thank you. All right. Ambrose, you got to call me back, or I will call you tonight. I'll not let you sleep. Okay. Go ahead. Aaron Bradford, good evening. Thank you for calling. What's on your mind, sir?
Mr. Samson told Buaka, how you doing,
that,
sir?
That means he was saying to them.
Yeah, and how your family is doing?
They're all fine. When
okay?
you call me Buaka, that means he like what I say. But when you call me, he call Buaka.
No, not that I ain't like what you say. That means you just being one-sided. You just talking about Buaka all day.
Okay.
You're not objective today.
Oh, okay.
So,
all right.
So let me talk about a few things here.
Okay, please.
The very first thing would be, when you guys, or the surrogate for the Unity Party, started supporting pre-recorded speeches. I thought it was bad 3 years ago. I thought it was only an incompetent leader would do such a thing. No experienced leader would do it. When you guys start supporting it, that Mr. Buaka will sit in his house and they put camera, I don't know, that camera or that phone camera, they can put over his head or in his face for him to talk. You can't even get his voice clear. So that now you guys supporting pre-recorded speeches. But when George Weah was doing it then, you were incompetent, right? Number two, let me speak directly to Mr. Terry, who every time he will just run on Google and get information and start reading it to people. Mr. Terry, when you go before a grand jury, you don't have to prove anything beyond reasonable doubt. And the only thing you need is probable cause for a grand jury to say yes, you can indict it, to get an indictment. So let's say, for instance, today I went in Minnesota, I robbed a bank, right? And
God forbid.
And God forbid, yeah. And three or 1 hour later, they see you and myself in the car driving and stuff like that. They can link you to that crime and call you in to ask you questions or and indict you until you can go to court and they can prove beyond reasonable doubt that you had no connection with that. You never even knew what I did before I met you. Then they will free you. So you come on this show every day. You are like your boss call you flabberneck lawyer. So you get me running with stories. The last time you said police can go in the street and arrest anybody. That's what you said. Police can go in the street and arrest anybody.
All right. Thank you.
No, I'm not finished yet. Let me finish. I mean, when you guys come to the discourse, you guys should be very, very clear to the Liberian people. When we're discussing the issue, let's say the facts. Let's state what the laws are. Okay. We can't just get up and just go and just tell people stuff. You understand? And now let's go to the president's speech.
You finished it?
The previous caller, right? The previous caller said everything. I mean, this was one of the most dishonest speeches I've ever heard from a president in the history of Liberia. All my life.
All my life, even the military government, the president was speaking facts. Our president who disrespected every facet of the law in Liberia will come on air and say we will go by the rule of law and the constitution. Did he not know the constitution when he was removing from the Supreme Court said,
Hold on. Let me merge this caller and then please wrap it up, Aaron, so that the next caller will have the opportunity. Go ahead. So we're closing here soon.
Yeah. Did he not know about that? Did he not know about the 10-year position? Did he not know about that?
Thank you.
What kind of problem are we in Liberia? And you guys that support the government, just keep supporting these people around this old man, they're just leading him the wrong way. All the people around the old man, they're just leading him the wrong way.
Thank you. Caller, you have a not Aaron, the last caller here, you have a bad background, please. All right, Aaron. Thank you.
I think it's me. I'm driving. Can I go ahead and talk?
Okay, thank you, Aaron. Yeah, go ahead. Let's hear from you, sir.
Mr. Tour, my papa, it kind of hard to get, but the broken going well. Your heart too soft. Yeah, I think because you're a father, a grandfather, your heart too soft. It kind of hard to get, and you anyway, you not going anywhere. Yeah. So yeah. That whole man called talking about he going rob a bank, and he said go for bed. They ain't gonna do it. They gonna know. Go for bed. You know, yeah. Okay. You know.
Oh my goodness. Hold on. Let me merge. Wow, help you out there. We're not easy on the show, yo. Your fellow Liberians, say hypothetically, and I say go for bed. Then you say I'm gonna say go for bed. Let you go try it. He's a Liberian. All right. Okay. Thank you.
Are you there?
Yeah, we Go ahead, Rabbi, so that other people can have the opportunity. Go ahead.
Yeah, but overall, Baka has stayed filled. I support him, but he stayed filled. I'm glad that we have, at least right now, we have the VP, the former VP, going through trial, whatever it is. But let's look into Joshua, Eddie Johnson Salim, and Eddie Snow. Those are the criminals in our country. Let's look into them.
Okay, thank you.
Look, one thing I'm happy about, and anybody that comes next, they will go after the current government. I'm happy. That Bureau is on the way forward. Thank you.
Thank you. Let's go ahead. Too late. Let's hear from you. Then we'll go. Then let's hear from you, Tule.
Yeah, so I heard the guy, the previous commentator or the previous caller before this guy. You know, I don't understand sedition. That's typically the song or the song bites of sedition. You know, they come with one unifying voice. You know, almost like a choir when they learn something, like recitation. They memorize the rest. They memorize. They kind of recite it. All of them. When you see them, you know, especially when the rule of law begin to take place in Liberia, you know, days like these we have never witnessed it in the history of that country. As far as I know, I'm 46 years old, so at least I've been around for a little bit, you know. But I have never seen, you know, the rule of law take such high role in our country. You know, it's about time that people are held accountable for their own stewardship. You know, regardless of who you are, regardless of the title that you may have, the law does not look at you. The law looks at the case, the evidence presented in front of it, and the plan, and the law is applied to it. It doesn't. The law is. I mean, the law is blind. It treats everyone equally. The law looks at everyone equally. So when I see sedition, you know, coming up here and saying that the crime she committed was prior to when George Weah, you know, amended the drug law, making it a non-billable offense, you know, and then they brought the accused evidence that were prior to that. That means that the former vice president has a case. You know, regardless of the fact that she, you know, she has a case and they can go and you know, and argue it.
the argument today is what I want to stress on.
Thank you.
That the prosecutor, let me end this part. That the prosecutor, I mean, that the defense want to, for the former vice president to come out on a compassionate medical, sort of arrangement. Why we have this double standard in our country, regardless of who you are in society. When you break the law, you must face the law. So the former president, if we decide, and if the president or whatever the defense come up with, and then the prosecution accepts that, you've opened another Pandora box. You open a new precedent. There are other offenders, drug offenders in jail who may not have the title as the vice president, but they committed a similar offense. And they also have medical issues behind bars. And that they've requested compassionate release.
Thank you, Truett. Thank you.
Why are we having the double standard here? Let the Lord apply. She can remain behind bars when she gets sick or medical condition to send her to the hospital. If we have to be back and forth like that until she faces, she go and face the law, or until she goes to defend herself. Let it be. She should remain behind bars for any attempt by this government, the government that I support, to give her this compassionate deal to get out so that she can be at her house. Then you have to apply the same to everyone.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Rescue 3. Let me call Ambrose back. Rescue 3, please sit tight. Let me call Ambrose back, and hopefully he can wrap up his statement. Please stay with us. Let me call him. Rescue 3, please just allow me to call him. Hopefully he will be able to answer. Amber is not answering. He mad. He upset now. I know he vet now. But Amber will talk. I know he vet. Rescue 3, close the door so we get out of here. Thank you for your last. You'll be the last caller for the night. Go ahead.
Both here, Rescue 2, Tata and Prince, how you doing tonight?
Thank you. Okay, hold on, Rescue 2, please. I beg you.
Yeah, thank you. We are good, sir. Thank you.
Did I call it on again? Hello? Amen. Hello? Yeah, go ahead, Bruce. I'm sorry we got make some earlier. Go ahead.
How you doing?
Yeah, go ahead. Is it Ambrose?
Yeah, this is Ambrose.
Okay, go ahead and finish your statement, what you were saying, or you want to wrap it up tomorrow?
Yeah, no, Mr. Torre, let me just wrap it up tomorrow. Okay. It's okay. Yeah?
All right. Okay.
It's okay.
All right. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Rescue 3, go ahead. Knock it out of the ballpark here for us tonight so we get out of here.
Well, Boche, I listened to the Sinker UPC pastor, Pastor Sidney A. Bender. He said, the thing that running behind you, let's stop, then you want to stop. There's a question you ask the congregation. Seditious should know the thing that running behind them, let's stop there. They will be talking. And they're talking just begin. They're talking just begin because Joel is in jail. Another person will come, another business will come. And the people looking for the business, bring the business out. They bring the business out. We go under one, and they're taking the whole the blue out now with their chabata. For the very first thing here, people want to give preferential treatment to Joel Howe. What's about Peter? Who will call with the judge around international airport at the government and she in jail? She in jail for 5 years. She just got jail. I think this month, last month. What's for Peter? How many Nigerian women, how many of them Nigerian are pushing for the other young lady that went in jail? There's a video that I shared with Terry today concerning a young Nigerian girl who the drug had treated her and another Nigerian here trying to help her also. And we want to country is not about title. This country that we live in, when you're a criminal, when you commit a crime, even when you're in jail, when you get sick, they can put cheat on you and bring you to the hospital. And the cheat will be on you, they will cheat you on the bed, and Sarah will be sitting down at the door. But in our society, when the little man commit a crime, they bear the full risk. There are some people in jail for cell phone. Some people in jail just for common things. But those who destroying the future of our country, when they are caught in the act, we go down with sympathetic mind, all that person is there. Nobody the Lord have time for title. So if we want for Nigeria to be straight and clean, let's just be done to all men. Nobody against Joel, that is personally getting with target Joel. Joel is not a target for anybody. A preacher made a statement tonight that in fact we are coming tomorrow. So we are coming tomorrow, so we are not take Joel Howard to in jail. So we are not take Joel Howard, they will come out with their noise and the government just have to say when you walk in the job back here, you don't listen to the noise. The government not listen to the noise that the citizens are making. But if we want our country to go forward, don't give chance to the justice, let justice prevail. It's not about Joseph Barker, it's not about United Party, it's about Nigeria. In this country, Joseph Barker play her part today, and another leader will come back tomorrow to play your part. That's how our country will be improving. But when we come with that sympathetic man, all the person that B person will not go in jail, and the later one that they're in jail for common crime, I don't think we're doing fair to our own country. Thank you for the show, Bochi.
Thank you, Rescue 3. You'll be the last caller for the night. Guys, we're way out of time here, but let's take our time to close. 2 minutes each. Mr. Sherry, I'll give you 3 minutes since you were in flight when the call started. So use the 1 minute to end your flight and then use the other 2 minutes to give us your closing, please. That will be 3 minutes only. Please go ahead.
Yeah, thank you. So let me say thanks to all of the callers. Really do appreciate all of you who called. Thank you so very kindly. There are 2 issues I'm going to respond to. The last will be from Rescue 3. I said on the platform that President Weah is coming tomorrow. Unfortunately, I did not say that on this platform. So I think there's a need for him to correct himself. The second was one of our brother who called and asked the question, when is President Weah, going to Liberia? One thing you must understand is that President Weah, His Excellency, is a Liberian, and there is no time bound for him to either go or not to go. So he's a free person, and he can travel in and out of Liberia whatever time he wants to, as his schedule let's say give him. So President Weah going to Liberia should not be an issue to anybody. He will go to Liberia, and as a Liberian, he has the right to leave and enter at any time of his own choosing. So that is what we want to get clear here. Now, the next issue, you can see deception. And I want to say thanks to some of the people who call. In fact, if you are doing a sample of those who call to be able to formulate the objectiveness and the authenticity of the president's speech today, you will get to know that he lost it all. Because even those who support this government called and lambasted at the government and said that the speech of the president was belated, was untimely, and it has no iota of sincerity in it. So you can see that indeed everybody discredited the speech and all said it was political. But I hope that Pastor Terry took something from all of the calls. These people who call, you are not more U-paced than they are, or more patriotic than they are. These are some of the hardcore unity partisans, but they spoke to the substance of the issue. They spoke to the reality. They looked at the issue and said, no, the government is proceeding wrongly. And these are some of the steps that we think we should take as Liberians. When we come to discuss this issue relative to the development of Liberia, relative to the rule of law, let's put aside our political issue and be objective. We did not come here today to talk about CDC or this other party. We came to talk about the substantive issue. When you look at what is happening from the beginning, and I want to say thanks to you, Liberal, you made it very clear that the proceeding was very wrong. the way and manner in which the government proceeded was very wrong. And these are things that we expect people to begin to see and to begin to say. Now,
30
we
seconds.
will not thank you.
Go
Now,
ahead.
we
Go
will
ahead.
not
Go ahead. You got 30 seconds, I
okay.
said.
Yeah. He reproposed the issue of confidentiality as it relates to police way of handling this issue. You listening to the president saying that, well, I have explicit confidence in the police and I believe in the police, and he gave them kudos. Amen, for God in heaven's sake. All of the reports that have come out, the United States State Department reports, and even the quite recent report talk about police brutality, talk about police violence. You know that, and I know that. All of the reports are point to, police brutality. In the midst of police brutality, you will not even caution the police to be respectful of citizens, but you will come to reaffirm your confidence in the police. What is Mr. Brecker hiding? What kind of dealing is he having with Gregory Como
Thank you.
that he continue to protect this man who is conflicted? So I think the president is in error with all of the reports that are coming up, international reports, local reports pointing at police brutality. So he said that he don't care about our people that were killed in Kinjal. Look at
Thank
the
you.
massacre that was done by the police.
Thank
No
you.
one was brought to book, but you say you reaffirm your support in this police. I think it's unfair, and I think Mr. Brecker have just slipped off. And 2029 is in no camp for this government, and His Excellency President Dr. George Manuel Weah will win a face down. He will
Thank you.
win, as you can see from all of the colors and all
Thank
of the writings on here.
Thank you very much. I don't know if we should go with Will Cutter because the same thing you're gonna say that the same thing you said that why you gonna say it. So I think we just move on.
Oh,
We
why
don't
are you
need
moving on? I'm here, you know.
because you would say the same thing the man said. So why we coming to come
No.
repeat ourselves?
So when I say it will give you a pressure, your pressure will go up more. That's what I
Yeah.
want. I want that
Oh, you
pressure to
want
go
my
up.
pressure to go up?
So you can stop eating good hair and good food.
Well, let's hear from you. 2 minutes. I mean,
No, on a
1 minute,
serious note,
please.
this
One
is this
minute.
is very I mean, good show tonight, and and I like the callers. What other people call inferior. Everybody want to see the good of Liberia. Um, when you have a leader who come on the
Two
podium,
minutes. 2 minutes, please. Two
yeah,
minutes.
when you have a leader who did a pre-recorded message, sent a pre-recorded message to Liberian people, the first thing, the leader is deceptive because this leader criticized the past leadership of doing pre-recorded speeches. And today he's doing pre-recorded speeches against Liberian people. It shows that this man does not have the fortitude to stand for Liberian people and address critical national issue. That's one. Two, when a leader stand to give a speech to Liberian people and tell Liberian people that he is the respecter of the rule of law, then we go back and remind him this was the very leader that took the former speaker with him to see the earthly holy man, the Pope, in Rome, and plan a coup behind this man. And while the men were in Rome, they were overthrowing him in Liberia. When the president came back, the president sided with the with the with the conspirators, the people who the Supreme Court said that they were in error. The president said, "I will work with them."
30 seconds.
This the president who willfully free somebody from jail, influence the justice system, temper with the justice system to get somebody out of the court system. And he's been in the executive. That the president is a respecter of the rule of law. This
Thank you.
man, this man removed people from tenure position that he himself helped to create.
Thank you. Thank
He
you, Will.
respected the rule of law. So,
Thank
liberal, this president's speech was deceptive and it was not good. And those of you who supporting, you'll
thank
go
you.
back on your show or in your closet and talk to him in secret. And you can't be saying the kind of thing like Brent people. We are too wise for you to
Thank,
do us at this
thank,
point.
thank you, Walter.
Thank you,
Because
liberal.
yeah,
Good show.
Eva, we're still here. Oh, thank you. But you know, when you're dealing with two sedition, and I'm smart to you. Thank
But
you
you're
for
two
getting
United
up.
Partisan on the show. You and Terry are 2 United Partisan. We equal.
Walter Cutter, your time over.
No, no, you because you talking to the lady, I gotta make it correct. You're too
Walter Carter,
die-hard,
your time is over.
sympathy,
That's not your job to correct me.
choir directors and direct and everything. You're two of
All
them on
right.
the show.
I think we need to put you in the garage. Let's Terry, give us your closing, please. Take us home.
Thank you,
Rest
Liver.
you too.
Mr. Sherry, thank you for being here. Your intellectual expose is very, very top notch. I respect you for that. You discuss the issue and you do not go personal. And because of that, you're my friend. But what I want to say is that Mr. My friend and brother, what his name?
That why in job we are government, he will be the minister of information because he don't do my cause.
Seriously, he's very professional, and that
So
is
who
very,
don't do
very
my
good.
call? So you're a friend
So,
of me?
my friend Bople, what you need to understand is that the grand jury is responsible to indict. And before indictment occur, they have to see the evidence. It is the evidence that they will use to draw up an indictment. That Tabata story you were giving was somebody that go jump between the window, and if the person was on the other side, the people would take him. It don't that what the man called, he said that thing that Tabata. You so
The man I'm gonna leave. I ain't go rob the bank.
yeah, because I complete Tabata is talking. And the reason why we look at the something, we go on the internet to research. That is where people do research, even when you're in school. Why you think people go do research? How you think they do it? We're reading from lawyers, we're reading from investigators. This is not our opinion. This is what we're reading. They're analyzing things based upon their profession. In any institution or whatsoever, you do research. But anyway, and all those kind of things, what I try to say, Labor, is that or the reason why to Mr. Sherry, we compare and contrast the past and the present is because not to denigrate the past wholesomely, but to identify the
You okay?
mistake that were made yesterday so
You
that
okay?
error cannot repeat. Keto, we hearing you. Just mute yourself, brother. So that mistake cannot repeat. So I'm trying to draw the analogy, which is analogous because what is happening now is analogous to what happened before the $100 million drugs. I'm trying to tell you the reason why the people you guys are anticipating that the president, that the joint security should go and arrest, the reason why they will not arrest them is simply because if you arrest these people and you cannot prove that case in court, it will be no different from the $100 million drug case. So they are learning from that mistake to dot all the other I's and cross all the T's. It's just that simple. Because that mistake brought a serious failure in your administration. This administration is saying we're not going to do that. So if you look at the charge sheet now of those people that the government have charged, that is in with it, these are people that had direct contact with the drug cartel or the drug operation. That is the reason. So if the government, if the joint security is entitled to call somebody and they suspected that person to be part of the crime and going through the investigation, they cannot fully link that person to the crime. They will let the person go. That is it's just that simple. So they are looking for people that the jury, the grand jury, will be able to find a probable cause from all the evidence that they will present in court to draw up an indictment. And up to now, Madam Taylor has not gotten there yet. Thank you very much.
LPR fly by night lawyer. You ain't ever in. You ain't ever in. Hey man. Yeah. Okay, folks. Yvonne, if you can, I don't know how much contact you have with your standard bearer, Mr. Kumi. If you can convince him to come on here, that would be fine. I've been running beyond Kumi for the last 4 years. During last campaign, he was here in Sacramento. We convinced him to talk to us. He has not shown up yet. So if you can get him to come up, we'll be happy to have him on. But what I'm not going to do now is to run behind people anymore. Most ability then I'm not running behind that he can say either. So, but anyway, Walter Carter, Mr. Prince Sherry, you're always making sure real, super. We appreciate you tonight. Terry, Rescue 2, Rescue 3, and the rest of the folks, we want to thank all of you tonight. Again, this is Samson To sitting in for Mr. So, who is doing an investigation, and hopefully he will be back here to tell us what his investigation has yielded to him, and hopefully he will let us know everything about that. So we're going to say good night to all of you. It's been on.
Liberal,
Yes,
can I appeal to Prince Sherry at least if you can come on the show every night, but at least every other night to come and help me on the show,
we don't want
especially
him. We don't want him.
especially
We
to come
don't
and
want
help me.
Are you confessing that you
The,
need help?
the
Oh
way
yeah,
Terry. No,
because
I don't
all
want
the
Prince Sherry because the way Terry now start saying he talk about
because all of
issue.
you can gang on me. You can gang on
Yeah,
me
yeah, that
and,
what
and
we
We
want.
everybody
can
That
get
what
on
we
see
want.
you.
That
But
what we
Prince
want.
Jerry is
Prince
strong.
Sherry,
I like
Prince
him.
Sherry, we
He's
don't
an
want you.
intellectual.
No,
you the
no, no.
liberal.
I don't want Prince Sherry on my show. No, no. I can't have him. White people too smart for me. I can't deal with that.
So Prince Jerry not calling the president in Ep, I call him in Ep. So that's the one I got you.
All right, Prince Sherry, you're welcome. Okay, then this is what we're gonna do. If Prince Sherry come, for example, we're gonna be here 2 hours. If Prince Sherry show up, Prince Sherry take half of your 2 minutes. So you every
Liberal,
time you speak that 1 minute, Prince Sherry get 3 minutes.
don't you'll be all right. You'll be all right. You will stand. If you can't stand the heat in the kitchen, you get out. You can
Yeah,
be
we
you can be political guru, but you
go.
can't stand the lay heat for us.
Okay. Pretty sure you're welcome. Anytime you have time, just let me know. We'll send you the link and you join us to have conversation. You being on
Thank you,
here
sir.
makes the show interesting as well. And it makes other people from the other political party, want to engage you. And hopefully things will be better. We want to thank all of you. Prince Sherry, we'll say good night to you as well. Walter Carter will say good night. Oh, Prince Sherry, were you saying something?
Yes, definitely. Let me just use this time to extend my thanks and appreciation to you and to the many followers of this platform. I think these are places that we come to intellectually disagree and to move our nation forward. We do not hold no personal issue against anyone. It's just that we all want a better Liberia. And I believe even those who speak ill of the way we see things, well, they see it in a different manner. That does not make them to be enemy, but I think the best way we see it is the CDC way, is the way that His Excellency President Dr. George Manawiya sees it, and that's why we continue to support the effort of His Excellency. Imagine 3 years in this government, we are not talking about development. We are not talking about the building of roads. We are not talking about the building of hospitals. We are not talking about the building of human resource capacity. But we are talking about drugs that is being sold in the executive mansion. I mean, that Mr. Joseph Numa Boeta is conflicted of. It's unfortunate that today we are talking about drugs after 3 years. Mr. Boeta cannot outline his achievement, but rather
Thank
he will
you.
come and speak condescendingly to the people of Liberia.
There
But
we go.
again, we are always here and we'll
That
continue to
that
do
are
what is
new
right.
that are
Thank
new phrase that are news phrase tonight Prince Sherry have introduced. President Baka being disrespectful, condescending to the people. Thank you. Thank Oh Jesus. Prince Sherry, good night. Be here anytime you're
Liberal,
Good
ready.
night,
Just
Libra.
let me know. I'll send
liberal,
you the link.
liberal will prepare you on the shit.
Libra, I saw you keep looking. Is there something going on in the background?
Something
Oh,
going on.
we're preparing much more.
Oh
It's not
God.
Friday yet, though.
I heard the back door, the wife went, I heard the back door open. So I want to know what came in through the back door.
Right.
But if probably I can't leave her, they see us going to host the show. But I can't leave her and go check the downstairs. So my eye can keep going because when I see my son running upstairs, then I know something there. So I'm
You
I
in
see it.
trouble.
But I see
You in trouble. Seriously. I hope you don't go there. Everything clear.
yeah, and the other Gina, the army man here, the woman from college
Oh,
here. Yeah.
wow.
Yeah, by the time I go there, they want to,
They
you're
got to
wasting my
hurry and go.
time.
The vacation over.
You're wasting my time here. All right, guys. Thank you.
Yeah,
We'll
man,
take
Libra.
our
Good
time.
night, man.
Thank you very much. All right, Terry. Thank you. Again, folks, sitting in tonight for Mr. So, who will be here on Friday. And if he's not here Friday, we'll do it again. But I want to thank all of you again tonight for your support, and we want to thank you for your participation as well. Prince Sherry, thank you very much for coming. Anytime you want a link, we'll be able to share the link with you, and you join us to have the conversation. Many of you that called tonight, thank you very much. This is what we like. This is what we do. You guys come in with respect, but disagree with us vehemently. We appreciate that as well. Thank you very much. I will say good night to you, but I don't have my. While looking for my music, Let me put a father of the nation picture up. Y'all look at this man here. This is what we're talking about. Somebody who will come and redeem us. Somebody who is willing to rescue us. Then you want me to sit down here and say what? The man has come to rescue us. And the rescue process is ongoing. Why do we don't gonna say no or yes? Samson told sitting in for Mr. So. Lastly, anything I say here that you don't like, it come from Mr. So. Anything I say here that you like, it come from me. Good night, folks.